the crisis quietly approaches. The polar bear is in the seal's blind spot, unaware of its close proximity. This oversight gives the polar bear the perfect opportunity. But at this distance, an attack is not guaranteed to succeed. So, the polar bear decides to change tactics. It dives into the water, planning to strike suddenly from below. The cautious seal seems to sense something is off, but after scanning the area, it doesn't spot any suspicious targets. Soon, the polar bear surfaces. However, it's now farther from the seal, clearly having lost its sense of direction. Looking at the seal from a distance, the polar bear recalculates and dives again. To make a successful hunt, it must find the nearest ice hole to the seal. But just as the polar bear surfaces again, when their eyes meet, the seal quickly bolts away. Despite the polar bear's great effort, this hunt fails as well. Time passes, and the polar bear, who hasn't eaten in 2 months, is growing thinner. With summer approaching, the ice is beginning to melt. The situation is getting worse for the polar bear. To survive, it must change its way of thinking. This time, it chooses to move through the broken ice. Quietly hunting, its every movement cautious, but the seals are highly alert, and once they dive into the water, they disappear without a trace. To catch one, the polar bear must strike before the seal enters the water. Soon, another seal appears. The polar bear knows this is its chance. It stays completely still, then launches its attack, but once again it fails. The ice continues to melt, at an accelerating pace. The polar bear must hurry to hunt. Before long, it spots another seal. This time, the polar bear doesn't rush in, instead choosing to make a wide circle. It avoids letting its scent reach the seal. It seems to be working. The seal doesn't sense any threat. Finally, the polar bear successfully gets close to the seal. The polar bear succeeds, this time subduing the seal in the water. Seals are its favorite prey, and the fatty seal, rich in nutrients, provides a delicious meal for the polar bear. With the seal, the polar bear no longer has to go hungry.